Greetings, you guys. So this is going to be a quick message that I feel led to share. It's one of those messages that won't leave me alone until I get it out. So I'm just going to honor, what I'm being guided to say, what God is guiding me, instructing me to say. So this could be a message of encouragement. At the same time, it's also a message of, a heads up, an urgency, to be careful, I would say, right now at this time with, who and what you have around you, because this is a time of divine, like where divine is stepping in. It's an intervention with separation right now, and separating us from things and environments and people, essentially people, places, and things that do not serve our highest good anymore, maybe never even did. That being said, that is one of the hardest parts of the journey, is discovering maybe that something never was really of your highest good, or but everything serves a purpose. It's a time and place for everything. So I'll say this, and then, because I'm not going to spend too much time on here with this message, but like I said, this is a divine intervention of separation, where divine is separating us from things that don't serve us. And it might not be an easy thing or an easy task. But Spirit has been revealing to me a lot about showing me people being pulled in different directions, to kind of get the point across. Like, let's say, for instance, you're in a relationship with someone, and when you guys first got together, you guys vibrated on a certain level for whatever reason. Maybe you guys were trauma bonding or something, right? And you're healing and they're not healing. They're not doing the self-work or whatever. And you're having a hard time. You're trying to figure out why this person won't level up. Why isn't the connection elevating past where it is? Why isn't this person, ready to move forward in the way that you're ready to move forward? Why, and you're having these disagreements. You feel like this person is keeping you stuck, and this person is feeling like you're forcing them, you're trying to control them. It's because you guys are on two different vibrations. You want two different things. So if it be that this connection or this person is not in the same vibration as you, and they don't want to level up past where they are, so what are you going to do? Are you going to stay where things have been? Because your soul is going to resent that. Your spirit is resenting it, because that's not where you want to be. Your soul is like, no, it's time for us to keep going, right? It's time for us to elevate. But there's a part of you that's like, well, I'm trying to stay. And you find yourself lowering your vibration. And this happens sometimes even in environments. This has happened to me, where I'll go back to places that I've left, and it just isn't the same vibe anymore. And I feel that I'm kind of like, it's almost like I'm falling into the same patterns or the same frequencies again, when that's really something that God had pulled me out of. Sometimes it's not meant for us to be a part of, the scene. Sometimes we're just supposed to be there to experience what we got to experience, or help who we have to help, and leave. Same goes with, jobs and careers, or places, work environments. It might be time, and we think that, oh, this means I'm failing, when it actually means that, no, maybe God is expanding you into a better place, right? With your career, your job, friendship, same thing. So you have to be honest with yourself at this time, and I'm only speaking for those that this is resonating with. I don't want to force feed anyone into anything. This is not for that. This is for those of you that already got this message, or you just looking for confirmation or revelation. Because the deal is with this is that you can't afford to stay in certain energies if you're being called higher. And sometimes naturally, just people are, they separate, they go their separate ways, because they're on two different paths. But there's also those connections that keep you stuck and keep you down. And a lot of times, it could be that it's people that never really had your best interest at heart, or, they don't know that they could be, toxic for you, and vice versa. Sometimes we could be toxic for people as well. But I feel like for those of you that are in a place where you want to excel, or you want to level up past where you've been, and you've been healing and working on yourself, and you want better for yourself, you're going to have to leave some certain things alone behind, no matter how much it hurts, because the truth is, whenever you remove something out of your life, you make way for more. And that is the message that I've been getting a lot in messages and readings and stuff, is God wants to bring newness into your life. God wants to bless you, but they can't bless you when you got certain people around. You're trying to plant seeds in a garden where there's weeds, and those weeds, are toxic, and therefore it destroys the growth of that seed that you're trying to grow into something. So if you find that you don't have the motivation for things, you feel discouraged, it's like you're stuck in this loop, you can't get anywhere, and it's because of that energy. And really, at the same time, it's like spirit sees things that we don't see sometimes. So maybe that, like I said, job environments, you feel like, oh, this is just a dead end. Oh, it's something wrong. It's not working. But maybe it's not working so that God pushes you out of it, or that relationship is not coming together the way you want, so that you get tired and you just let it go. You let go of the things that aren't giving and feeding you equally, that are not edifying you. You release it and you let it go. And you got to be able to see past situations where people want to keep you at a certain level where they're comfortable with it. You know what I mean? You'll have people that will support you or love you as long as it benefits them, or as long as, they feel comfortable with the level of where you're at. And when you get to a certain place where you do honor yourself, because I'll say this, just from experience, when it comes to choosing the self, because of being gaslit so many times by, as a child, all the way up into different types of relationships with people, whether it be friends, whether it be a romantic partner, it gets to a place where you second guess yourself when it comes to you choosing yourself, and you gaslight yourself and say, oh, well, I'm being selfish. Oh, I'm just, or maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe this isn't right, But that is the trick of the enemy, because you can tell when something is in alignment and of your highest good, because it's not going to diminish or take away from who you are. It's not going to make you feel like you're lesser than, and don't mistake this for tough love, or people that, call us out on our when we're wrong, or there to help us, a parent or family member. But you can tell the difference. And when someone is meant to harm you, or when a job, when you feel like you're no longer resonating with something, or an environment that you really don't belong, And I've had these experiences in different ways. So, I can only speak from my experience as well, to give you an example. But at the same time, I'm sure you guys have been through this in different experiences throughout your life, But right now, I feel like what God is saying is really pay attention. Are you tagging along, or tagging people along, or situations with you, dragging baggage with you that really needs to be released and dropped off? Are you trying to plant seeds in dead gardens? Be honest with yourself, because once you do this, once you release whatever that block is, or whomever is blocking you, or whatever has to go, you'll start to see things move for you. You'll start to see the blessings, because sometimes when God blesses you and you have people that are not for you, they benefit off that. They take advantage of that. And that's partially why the reason why some people want to stay around you is because of what they can benefit off of you. So God can't bless you with relationships or love when you still are caught up on an ex, or you're still caught up on somebody that still has the power to come and go in your life and play games with you, mind games, and manipulate you, or sleep with you whenever they want to, even though they're not of your highest good, and you're crying, wondering, oh, where's my person? Where's the one? Or why is this person? Because you got that energy around you, And that might not be the whole purpose and reason why certain things are not, moving, or why this new beginning has not happened yet for you, or whatever the case may be. I can only speak on what has been coming out in readings and what I've been guided and led to say to some people, and even for myself, that I got to clean up some things in order for things to move in my life. And that's with anybody. Spring cleaning, it is what it is, whether it's physically in our space where we got to get rid of things, donate some things, clean up some spaces. You got to do the same within the self and even around in your environment in your life. You got to make room for things. So yeah, it's all about discerning. You really have to discern the season that you're in and what you're being guided to do. But for those of you that resonate with this, I do feel that Spirit is calling you to really be real about the things that you have. Are you that you're carrying with you? Is it blocking your blessings? Is it blocking the pathway for you? You got to be honest. It's not fun. It's not easy to admit that sometimes. But it is what it is, So I hope this was helpful to whomever was meant to hear it, whoever was meant to listen, watch, whatever. Not really watch because it's just audio, but meant to listen. And I pray that you find the clarity, the confirmation, and peace that you need. And as always, much love. Peace.